Every comic fan in existence knows one thing for certain. Nightwing, Dick Grayson, is easily one of the most charismatic people in the entirety of the DC Universe. I mean, come on, think about it. He is raised by Bruce Wayne, the billionaire playboy philanthropist himself, that obviously, yes, is Batman, but is able to grab so many different people in his own rotation, in all fairness, that Nightwing really was just destined for greatness when it came to picking up girls or just kind of dating anyone in general. And he has an extremely amazing roster in the DC universe. So I was just thinking about some of the videos that I've been recently posting in terms of, all of my which character Spider-Man would absolutely love or would absolutely love Spider-Man in the DC universe and all of that stuff. And I wanted to kind of do the vice versa and take a character from DC and talk about characters that would either absolutely love him or he would absolutely love in that same kind of situation. And obviously today we're going to be talking about Nightwing and Captain Marvel, two heroes from completely different worlds, but sparks could very easily just really go between them two. A picture perfect blend of, charm, wit, cosmic power, and acrobatic finesse could leave these two iconic heroes to become the most ultimate power couple in existence. So, if you guys do enjoy this, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel. You know, guys, you already know the usual, but obviously, welcome back to another episode of which characters I think would absolutely love each other from two different universes, and let's get this started. So, if we're really just getting into how I really think and why I specifically think that Nightwing and Captain Marvel would absolutely love each other, we have to first talk about just the basic thing that they would be having going for them. A sense of mutual respect and strength and independence for just the mutual respect for strength and independence that they would both share. Dick Grayson and Carol Danvers are both fiercely independent individuals who respect the strength in all of its forms. We know Dick Grayson. He is fairly obviously independent. Yes, we have the Bat family, but he's made sure to, separate himself from that and kind of grow his own name, going to Bloodhaven and just kind of becoming his own personal hero, away from the name of Batman, away from the name of Robin, away from all of that same kind of thing. And Captain Marvel is obviously a little different since it's not, oh, she was originally a sidekick, but she is still fiercely independent due to the fact of her entire history and her entire story. So she still makes for a fairly interesting kind of set up for at least this kind of relationship. And I honestly just feel like she would admire Dick's relentless determination and acrobatics, because that ass that the man got is just nothing that no one's not going to want to look at. And while I honestly feel like there could be so many cool interactions between them two, I also feel like you would just find her power, resilience, and leadership absolutely awe-inspiring. Their mutual respect for each other's abilities to to handle themselves in almost any situation would create a very strong foundation for their relationship. And again, that ass. But obviously, just without all of the playing around, I honestly also feel like they would have just complementary personalities. Nightwing's decently easygoing, has a very flirting charm that would mesh well with Carol's confident and not no nonsense kind of personality. And while Carol might initially find Dick's charm amusing, it would more go to the sense of his sincerity and his good heart that would win her over. We know Dick, we know his entire character, and we know that I honestly feel specifically that he is the heart and soul of not only the Bat family, but most of honestly the DC universe. He's a character that we've honestly grown to love as an entire fan base, and we could honestly tell why almost anybody in the DC universe loves him already. And that really is just the basis for why I honestly feel so many people would love him in any universe in general. Their banter would honestly just be equal parts playful and meaningful, along with, Carol matching Dick's wit blow for blow. This would be a very, honestly, interesting kind of pairing to talk about and pairing to see in general, just, from the power difference and all of the just intense differences alone. But there's just so many things to honestly talk about. And most especially, one of the other things that would probably get them very close to each other, which is their shared love of adventure. Both thrive on action and excitement. Dick's high flying, crime fighting style and Carol's cosmic escapades and adrenaline fueled lives would be a very good thing for them both to kind of, automatically share. Dick is an acrobat. He is a very kind of adrenaline fueled kind of person, obviously. He swings around. He basically does whatever he feels like, and he is quite literally almost in the world's weirdest positions or just doing the most insane things that you could possibly think of for a normal human to be doing. And Carol is Captain Marvel. She's always basically flying around. She's a plane pilot. She has a lot of things that she's able to do under her belt, and the adrenaline kind of lifestyle and relationship that they would have would be just interesting to say the least. Whether it's just skydiving for no specific reason or just doing a lot of other things that, would just kind of just give them a really big rush or be fun for both of them, whether it's, stopping a galactic invasion or protecting Bloodhaven. They'd really just never be bored when they're around each other because it's not really hard. And it is honestly extremely hard to get bored when you're in Nightwing's presence because he is just a good time all around, and he's usually someone that people can just talk to and have a decent conversation with in the first place. So I honestly feel like there's so many different things, like specifically like date nights for them. It would literally just probably be saving the world before grabbing a pizza and teasing each other about who handled the most bad guys in some kind of teasing kind of situation. Another thing that, could possibly be a very good factor between these two would just be overcoming the shared trauma that they both have together. Both of these people have faced personal losses and struggles to the extreme. Dick Grayson with his parents' tragic death and his complex relationship with Bruce, and Carol with her amnesia, her struggles of self-identity, and her losses in that own specific facet. They'd both understand each other's scars and really help each other understand and, heal and grow with each other. Emotional support would be a major strength in their relationship as they're both very skilled at offering compassion while also encouraging each other to keep fighting on. And with this specific kind of point, Dick Grayson is really the main one that I'm only going to have to talk about. Dick Grayson is Dick Grayson, and we know the entirety of the Bat family has the word trauma unlocked. They have Bruce Wayne, Jason Todd, Damian Wayne, people like Alfred, and that entire situation. And Dick is basically usually the one that most of the Bat family comes when they're having problems. Yes, we have Alfred, but Dick is the kind of, golden heart of the entire Bat family, and he's the one that most people kind of look to and see as the, pure light of the Bat family in general. Obviously, we have Duke Tommy Signal, but I'm not talking about pure light in, actual form. I'm talking about pure light as in emotional intelligence and still emotional stability that kind of gives off the still heartwarming personality, which is usually almost always Dick Grayson. That's just an almost given fact about his specific character. Kind of really just continuing on. Another thing, obviously, that they have in common, and that would really help out, would be their similar dedication to justice. Dick and Carol both are deeply committed into making the world a better and safer place, and their shared values and moral compass would make them as almost basically an unstoppable team, supporting each other's missions and goals. And one of the main things that I always talk about in these kind of relationships is because of the fact of, unless I'm talking about a situation where the other person isn't a hero, them both being heroes is always a good thing because they don't have to lie to each other about all of the things that they're doing in their lives, or they don't have to have the other person be worried nonstop because there's only one person doing this kind of hero work. This kind of situation, they'd basically both be inspiring each other to keep going even when the fight gets tough because they actively both understand the pain and are going to be able to really help each other get through the pain logically and realistically with, some decent emotional support instead of it being like a Mary Jane situation or whatever kind of situation like that where they're getting mad at you for being a hero or getting yourself injured or worrying so much in so many different ways because they don't understand what you do and how you do it. Obviously, this kind of, really going on to the next point. I already talked about this. The natural chemistry between these two is absolutely going to be crazy. Dick Grayson is quite possibly the most charismatic person in the entirety of the DC universe, probably either right above Bruce or right below Bruce. And that is just an automatic fact. Dick's effortless charm in the DC universe would easily translate and correlate to someone like Carol's fiery passion, and like it would really just create an undeniable spark that would flow automatically between these two. He'd be drawn to her strength and determination, and while she'd love his humor and unwavering optimism, his entire personality alone would just be an insane draw. Their chemistry would honestly feel natural and easy, whether they're just working together in battle or enjoying a quiet moment with his absolute billions of dollars that he has in his own name. And that obviously is a very good high factor in whether you want to date him or not, because as I said, he's a billionaire in his own right. Besides just being the son of Bruce Wayne, Alfred did leave this boy billions of dollars to just do with as he pleases. But just going away from the money aspect, the shared humor and playfulness would just be an automatic, just green flag between this relationship. Dick's playful nature and Carol's sharp wit would make for a very fun and entertaining relationship. They'd constantly tease each other with jokes or find humor even in the toughest kind of situations because they both experienced the toughest situations. Just Carol rolling her eyes at one of Dick's puns before secretly laughing, or Dick just trying to keep up with Carol's snarky comebacks. It would just be a very, heart kind of warming situation in general. They'd honestly balance each other's lives out fairly well. Carol's no-nonsense attitude would really help Dick stay focused, while his lighthearted energy would remind her to, relax and enjoy life. They'd balance each other out perfectly. Like Carol pushing Dick to take things a little more seriously when needed, and Dick reminding Carol not to carry the weight of the universe alone, the same way that he tells Bruce, don't carry the entire weight of Gotham by yourself, would be very nice for them to kind of, have that kind of decent relationship in balance their own lives. Yes, Dick is the kind of person that, when the situation comes to it, he takes the situation seriously and is almost a very good leader in almost any specific form. But that shared leadership experience would be honestly probably one of the biggest things that would be a good thing for them. Both of them are natural born leaders. Dick leading the Teen Titans, the entirety of the Bat Family, or even the Justice League at times, while Carol has commanded the Adventures, Alpha Flight, and a decent other plethora of groups. They'd bond over the leadership experience, sharing stories, lessons, and strategies from managing teams. That their respect for each other would really just grow, and their their ability to lead would really deepen their connection very, very much. The honest reason that I think that this relationship would absolutely work is because at the core, Dick and Carol share a passion for the justice that not many people do in the same way of these two do. Like the unbreakable resilience, the desire to protect people that they love. Their relationship would be built on this mutual admiration, trust, and understanding of each other's struggles and strengths that not many people outside of this kind of hero world are ever able to truly understand, which is why them both being heroes is such a great plus. Their shared humor, chemistry, and sense of adventure would obviously be a very good factor, and there are so many other reasons that this relationship would work, but that would make them truly unstoppable. But it's just really kind of a very big thing to think about. Like, this relationship would just be one of the many relationships or many things that I honestly see Nightwing being able to grab in his own situation, because he is Nightwing, and again, he is very, very easily able to grab and gravitate towards people. He has obviously had a decent amount of relationships in general, and he's usually able to find people that actively will like him, or so many people like him in general, just because he is who he is. But that honestly is kind of where I'm going to leave off the video. If you guys did enjoy this, just leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and give me other ideas that you guys might actively enjoy down in the comment section below. For the rest of this week, I will be actively attempting to post it daily, just, to kind of give you guys a little entertainment during this Christmas week. So please, since it's Christmas time coming over, just hit that like button, subscribe to the channel so we can get me as high as we can in terms of numbers and, subscribers and all of that stuff before the year ends, and just end the year off on a high note. But with all of that said and done, I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and maybe go check out the video right on top. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.